of the greatest creator. Open the windows. The sunlight and fresh air will come in. Take a broad view. You will see the faraway mountains fresh and green. Stay and study in life a genuine. A new life will begin. You will see clear scenes of paradise. Once we calm our minds, we can feel that there is a supernatural power in control of the movement of the universe and the birth and death of all things and the track of human life. No one can deny the fate, yet no one can grasp his own fate. Everything about us seems to be prearranged by certain powers, and we are only moving according to the life courses assigned to us. So, does this supernatural force really exist or not? Is there a supreme intelligence manipulating everything? If not, then how did the universe come into being? Where did the diverse and varied life on Earth come from? And if there is such a supernatural force, where does it reside? What form does it take? Is it like a human? What are its characteristics? Why can't we see it? Does it care about human society? How does it manage this vast universe? How can we come to know it? 20. 20. The protection mechanism of life. Conditioned reflex. What is conditioned reflex? It was a rainy autumn day in 1980. I was looking out of the closed window of a classroom in the Geological Technical School of Zhangjiago. Suddenly, a classmate called Chung Hongfu from Sichuan mischievously spitted at me from outside the window. Subconsciously, I stepped backward, closing both eyes instantly. This chain of reactions triggered the burst of laughter of Chung Hongfu, who said jestingly, "Monitor, what a coward you are! The window is closed. How can I spit on your face?" I said, "I didn't realize the window was closed. If you try again, I'm sure I won't react." I moved to the window, thinking that it was closed, so he couldn't spit on me. Even if he spitted blood, I ignored him. "Are you ready?" Before he had finished speaking, he had spitted to me. "Ha ha ha, monitor. You closed your eyes again." My eyes indeed closed at that moment. Later I tried a few times more. Still my eyes would not listen to my command. Every time he spitted, I involuntarily winked my eyes. Later, at the classes of physiology and psychology, I came to know that this involuntary physiological reaction is called conditioned reflex. Pavlov even conducted an experiment on dog. The feeding of dogs was always accompanied by the ringing of bells. After some time, the dogs' mouths watered when they heard the bells, even before the food was brought in front of them. Why did this happen? It is because the ringing of bells has become a signal for food for dogs and a conditioned stimulus. The dog's prompt physiological and psychological reaction to this stimulus is called conditioned reflex. In the chapter Drinking Wine and Rating the Heroes of the Novel Romances of Three Kingdoms, Chow Chow related a story to Liu Bei. "The green plums on the branch I saw just now in the garden reminds me of last year's fight against Zhang Xiu. We were running short of water through the long march then. The army could not put up with the thirst. Suddenly an idea came to me. 'There is a plum grove ahead,' I cried and pointed with my riding whip. Having heard this and thinking of the sour green fruits, their mouths watered and they did not feel thirsty anymore." Because of the conditioned reflex, the troops of Chow Chow secreted saliva when hearing plums. There are endless examples of conditioned reflex. Poke at the crawling caterpillar with your hand or a stick, and it will immediately curl up into a circle. The abnormal behaviors of animals prior to an earthquake. Mimosa's curling of leaves when touched. The palpitation of heart induced by a sudden sound at a quiet night. The contraction of muscles at the sight of a snake. The sneezes caused by the entrance of tiny particles. The erection of penis and the secretion of lubricating mucus in the vagina when watching pornographic videos. The tightening of muscles and the flush of the face at the thought of one's enemy. The trembling of the mouth and the shivering of the body in times of fear and tension. The spontaneous resistance when encountered sudden attack. Inexplicable twitching of the eyelids, flush of ears, palpitation, and twittering of muscles. All these are results of conditioned reflex. Why is there conditioned reflex in animals and plants? Whether we make explanations in the psychological perspective or the physiological angle, Apart from the conditioned reflex formed by acquired habits, the innate instinctive conditioned reflex can in no way be created by the plants and animals themselves.